Alright, welcome back to PM Gaming 101. Some changes will be going on with the PC again. I did get my main board back, the Sabretooth P67. That was a defect. We don't know why this situation came up, but I had a problem with the PCI Express slots on it. I don't know why. It's a rare thing to happen, but it happened to me after maybe 2.5 months of usage. And as soon as I tried to put Crossfire into it, shit started going haywire. So my friend lent me a little gigabyte I should say, sorry. I'll be taking that out. We'll be going through the steps of putting the P67 back in. I also bought, I don't know if you guys can see right about there, I bought 4 120mm COLLERMASTER blue LED lights, fans with blue LED lights in them to spice up the case a little bit. The front of it, and the side there that you guys see. I'm trying to point and look in the camera at the same time. It's not very easy, but because the top 200mm fan that exhausts air out has blue LEDs in it, so I said, well, instead of just having one fan in the case that has blue LEDs, I might as well spice it up a little bit. So that's what we'll be doing. I will be getting more parts in soon. I have a power supply, another power supply on the way. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now because it will be kind of like spoiling the moment of when we unbox it. But that's it, so let's get to work. I'll probably stop the video, do a little bit of work here and there. I mean, I don't think you guys want to see me take the side case off and unplug some cables. I mean, come on, that's boring as hell. And also I'm going to pour myself a glass of Pepsi Max because I've been up since 4 a.m. this morning because the kids got up super freaking early because we bought them new shoes. And they were just so excited to wear their new shoes that they got up at 4 a.m. And right now it is about 2:30 p.m. And really cold out. Cold weather has hit again around here in Quebec, Canada. I didn't really look. It's in the minuses for sure because it's freezing out. I don't know if it just feels that way because we got warm weather, but it's cold. So I'm going to have myself a glass of Pepsi Max. Whew, that's me, my super speech impediment going on there. And we'll get to work. I'll show you guys the board that my friend lent me, and thermal paste applying again with this camera because the last time I did it with my cell phone and it was just shitty ass quality, and you guys on YouTube deserve better. So give me a few. Oh, one thing before I do start getting into the nitty-gritty of the build, rebuild, fixing, replacement, or whatever you want to call it. One thing I do really like about this case, the Antec 1100, is the rear fan that actually blows on the back side of the CPU. I've seen significant, I don't know what people consider significant temperature drops. Right now it's not plugged in because that small gigabit board that my friend lent to me just doesn't support, or just doesn't have enough fan plugs on the board, and I'm not going to start pulling Molex everywhere. But it drops the temps by a good 4 degrees Celsius. So I really appreciate the board for that, and I'll be adding more fans in there. So something I wanted to share with you guys. It really does an advantage. You can see it cools down the back of the RAM, and that's what's cool about this case too, is that the opening that we have here is very significant, so a lot of air does get in behind that board. So little piece of my mind there. Alright, just got done unscrewing the CPU block cooler off. I didn't even look at how the spread of the thermal paste actually spread out on there. I'll take a look with you guys, and like I explained in my last video, don't spread it all out with like a piece of paper on your CPU, because it's going to create air pockets and you won't get as effective cooling, or contact I should say. Look, let me remove this Corsair H80. Just put it back here for a second. Sorry if the camera's shaking when I walk. I'm about 275 pounds. I train at the gym about 5 times a week, so I'm a heavy boy. Look at that. We've got spread all over that thing. And that was just a pea size in the middle. And and what's fun with the H80 is the way it aligns is you can't really fumble around. You know, with like a, let's say the Noctua, I think it's the DH14 or something like that. It's got 200 mil fan. It's hard to get in there and actually screw it around. You know, you actually mess around with the paste before you actually get it screwed on. The H80, the block is so small. You see the screws, you set it in, screw one corner, next, then retighten again like that. Perfect spread. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And the board that I was lent is a Gigabyte GA-Z68MA-D2HB3. Cool little board. If you want something that's inexpensive, I was playing Battlefield 3 with the Gigabyte 6870 OC, and I was getting about maybe between 40 to 65 frames on high settings at 1920 by 8. I'm going to say 1920 by 1080, and I'm using a Core i5 2500K. So cool little board, inexpensive. So I'll be back. Alright, finally got her in. I had a little trouble there with motherboard standoffs. I don't know why, but the screws weren't the right size, and it's like, I don't think it worked on the two other boards, and this board I don't know, maybe I just overlooked that aspect, but I got the right screws with the right standoffs, and ain't she a beauty? She's in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the back plate for the H80. It's kind of easy to install. You got these that, it's hard to show, I'm taking up all the room, my big finger. These kind of move to align into the 4 holes that you see there. And then you got these tiny little standoffs that you just screw in. Focus on what I'm doing. Well, anyways, it's focusing on the motherboard. You just screw these in, and then you put the CPU heatsink on top of that, and there you go. So let me get that installed, and I'll get back to you. One aspect that you don't want to overview, or overlook I should say, is you see the little dip in there, little notch? It's to make room for them 2 screws. You could put it on any other way, but it won't sit there right, and you might not notice it. So just take note if you do install any Corsair I think it's H60, H80, and the H100 is their newer series. I don't know if it's the same for the older ones, I didn't have them, but just make sure you install that right and get that notch where the top 2 screws are. I just thought I'd point that out for you guys. Alright, got the H80 in there, installed nice and tidy with the pea size of thermal paste. You don't need no more than that. It'll spread itself out, the pressure in there. You may ask why I have my pump placed like this, and I have a perfectly good reason why. When it's placed the other way, the tubes come out too far on the RAM, and I have a fan cooler that goes over my RAM that's like moved out all the way over here because of the tubes. So it doesn't really bother anything. It's more of an aesthetic look at it. But I'll go get the fan cooler soon once I get some of these wires tidied up, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so got you guys off the tripod, a little bit easier for me to show you what's going on. Oh boy, that's dusty. Well, kind of normal. But that's one thing. A computer is the biggest air conditioner that you can have in the house. Well, not air conditioner as in cold air, but you know what I mean. Air purifier, there you go. But that's what I was saying about the fans that I have on the RAM. Before, these tubes would knock it over quite a lot. Now I can actually fit it on there the way it's supposed to be placed on the little dims that hold the RAM in there, and I'm just more satisfied with the finished look. I was going to say the all-out look, not really all out, but anyways. So I got a little bit of loopage here, but I'm not worried because, like I said, I got another power supply on the way, and I'm gonna have to redo all that anyways. So I can still get to the button here, and it's just, you know, it doesn't really matter the way the loop is, as long as it's going to the right place. So let me continue. I got the video card left to put in there. And I'm going to be working on the fans right now. I don't think you guys want to see how to install a fan. It's not really complicated. So I'll be back soon. Another little thing I wanted to share with you guys, I find it kind of cool, is for the side fans, they got these nifty little screws. Well, nifty. And there's these wicked rubber grommets that's going to really eliminate any vibration noise that we're going to get. I just noticed I frigged up a little bit here. Obviously you don't want... can you guys even see this? No, you cannot. There we go. Obviously you don't want your wire coming out of there when it's going to be going into the bottom of your case. I'm probably going to twist it and put it here, maybe put a little bit of tape on both sides so it's not that noticeable. But I just wanted to share with you how the there's only 2 screws. Most of the fans on here either clip in or only use 2 screws, which is, you know, kind of cool. Lazy a little bit, but cool. So let me fix that up, get back to you guys, and probably the next little video I'll do is going to be the boot up, see the fans and if the board works all right. So see you soon. Alright, as you can see, my case has now got some bling. Yeah, so it came with this one stock blue LED 200mm on top, and there was nothing nowhere else. So I'm like, god damn, thing looks naked. So as you can see, it looks pretty sweet. Sorry for the background noise. The computer is in the living room, and I'm not going to tell the whole family to shut up, so I can do this little clip, so there is background noise. So I had a little trouble booting up. I don't know why the memory was giving me trouble, but I just changed them around in certain slots and it posted okay. So Facebook is open. I just got done doing quite a lot of downloads like GPU-Z and Cinebench, and so I got the board back. The i5 2500K is in there, ready to be overclocked. I just got to do some research on what type of voltage it can handle and all that. But one thing I do have an advantage is I do have a Corsair H80, which is water cooled, which is cool because it's not a full water cooling, but it is giving me confidence to maybe go that way. So that's what I like about it. So thanks for tagging along. I'll probably have more shit to do on my computer tomorrow if I get the new power supply in, and eventually I will get a new video card also, and we'll do some benchmarks. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I bought for Battlefield 3 is the Extreme 3D Pro from Logitech to drive the helicopters and the planes around. Pretty damn cool. Just makes the game feel a whole lot different. And I was thinking the extra fan I have on the back here, you can't really see, one sec. I don't know if that'll help. Yeah, right there. I might go all out and get another blue LED fan to go in there, just because. And the 2 fans that are on the cooler, they ramp up a lot. They're freaking loud. I might switch them over to Noctuas, which are a lot more quieter. Just something else that's certified quiet. So cool. Thanks for tagging along. I'll probably get this video up and show you guys what's going on. Here's my Siamese Oriental. Crazy cat. Must be fun being a cat. Just lie around, eat, sleep, and shit. Alright, peace out, people.